I recently flew in prestige class from Los Angeles LAX airport to Seoul's Incheon airport. Prestige class is Korean Air's business class. I will quickly review the seat, amenities, service, food, and other features on the plane. I will rate them at the end of the video. The prestige section is set up in a 222 configuration. The cabin itself feels very spacious. You don't have much privacy, but it does feel roomy. It was also very clean, with what looked like new carpeting. The overhead luggage space was plentiful, but it was higher than normal. I had a tough time getting my bag into the bin. Let's talk about the seat. When you arrive, the seat looks like this, with a pillow and blanket in the seat. There is an amenity kit and slippers in the pouches below the TV, as well as a menu for the flight. There is a small cubby next to your arm that houses the headset. You don't want to use it for your phone because it falls between the seat and lands on the floor. Above it is the remote control for the TV, which is on a retractable tether. There is a reading light above the console, and the controls for the seat are on the armrest. The TV has plenty of options for movies, TV, audio, games, and more. However, the remote control is pretty dated, and navigating through the various screens always took several steps. The tray table is one of the easiest to maneuver that I have encountered. No pulling or tugging. Good design. The seat is fairly wide and has numerous settings, but here comes the biggest disappointment. When it was time to go to sleep, I discovered the bed wasn't a completely flat surface. It was on a tilt that was about a foot drop from head to toe. It had 4 sections: headrest, back, upper legs, and shin. When fully extended, it was lumpy. Some airlines give you a pad to lay on top of the bed to cushion it, but they did not. Since no one was sitting next to me, I swiped their blanket to use it as a pad, but it was still lumpy. The seat itself is pretty hard and not very cushy, and from side to side it dips, so sleeping on this was a challenge for me. I felt I only got a couple of hours of sleep on an over 13-hour flight. If you are a back sleeper, you might be just fine, but I'm not, and I found it difficult to get comfortable. Oh, and the footrest is actually needed when lying down. Because of the tilt, I kept sliding down the bed. Now, of course, this is more comfortable than economy because you have room to stretch and move. However, I've had much better lie-flat seats on other airplanes with the same configuration. The amenity kit came with much of the standard fare: body lotion, hand lotion, lip balm, sleep mask, hairbrush, shoe horn, and toothbrush and toothpaste. The one thing it did not include were earplugs. The product brand was Atelier Cologne. I liked these products, which had a nice citrus smell. The bag itself was a simple product, but it did have a Velcro divider, which makes the pouch a little more usable. The flight attendants were all young, immaculately coiffed, and highly efficient. They always had a smile, but I never saw them have any friendly conversations with anyone. They just went about their business. We were served 2 meals on board. The first was the most elaborate and had several courses. Here are some pictures. The second meal had less courses, but was still too much for me to eat. I'm not a drinker, but they did serve wine with each meal. There were 2 bathrooms in this class. One was small, the other a little more spacious. There was a lounge area next to the bathrooms that had some snacks and drinks available throughout the flight. So that is my quick overview. Here is how I would rate Korean Air's prestige class. Cabin and atmosphere, 9. Flight service, 9. Food, 7, keeping in mind that I never rate airline food very high. Amenities, 8. Seat, 3. Booking process and problem solving, 1. Now let me explain that last one. I had problems with the booking before I left. A day before my flight to Seoul, I received messages telling me that the flight would be delayed by an hour, which would make me miss a connecting flight I had booked to Tokyo. Even though both flights were on one Korean Air reservation, the airline initially took no responsibility to find me an alternative flight to Tokyo and told me to see an agent when I got to Seoul. A very, very long story short, I finally resolved the issue after hours of phone calls. So I was a bit soured on Korean Air before I even got on one of their planes. So would I fly them again? Well, frankly, I got quite turned off by the service pre-flight that I just explained. Their app and website are also not user-friendly. I could overlook that, but the main reason I cough up the extra money for a lie-flat seat is so that I can sleep. This seat didn't work for me, although it might be just fine for you. So no, I would probably look for other airlines before flying Korean Air again. I have a return flight on Korean Air, so if anything changes, I'll let you know. If you've flown Korean Air and had a great experience, please share in the comment section. And if you have any questions, please ask. I'll always respond. And if you would like to follow my senior and solo travel journeys, please like and subscribe. Cheers!